Artlist.io.
And good Thursday morning. It is the 11th of December, just 5 after here, and you're listening to your hometown radio station, WBRT. My name is Ryan Hack, and I am joined here in studio for a little bit of a December chamber chat with Lisa Thomas here, Executive Director of the Bardstown-Nelson County Chamber of Commerce. How you doing here today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Well, yeah, of course, and it's good to have you as well, with lots and lots of stuff to talk about here today.
That's right.
I want to immediately just start off here by asking you how things went for the Shop Small Saturday.
Oh, that was amazing. So we gave out 200 shopping bags in the matter of 15 minutes.
Say that again, 200?
200 shopping bags in 15 minutes.
How early was this?
We had a line out the door probably as early as 9 o'clock.
Gotcha.
And at 10 o'clock, well, actually at 9:45, so we handed them out at the Old Stillhouse Distillery, and they were so gracious to let people in a little bit early from the cold because it was a freezing morning. So we let them in, and at 10 o'clock, we started handing out the bags, and we looked at the time, and it was 10:15. We had maybe 20 left, and we went, oh, wow.
Like,
Gone. They're gone. And then I think maybe we had a trickle of the last 20, in the next like 5-10 minutes. But I mean, it went by so fast.
Wow. So you said you were at, as far as I understand, that a tasting room that's just opened up here recently on 3rd Street?
Yeah. So we hand them out at the courthouse, and because we're under renovation right now, we were like, well, where are we going to go where we can hold all these bags? Transporting 200 bags can be quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And Kathy Wallace, one of the owners at Old Stillhouse, she said, you know what? I have a top level. You all can set up shop up there. You can put them all together, and you can hand them out. And so it just worked out perfectly. So that's where we handed them out this year. It was great. We had gift cards from probably over 50 businesses.
Wow.
Ranging from $5 to $25. And so every single bag had a gift card in it, and 3 of them had a $100 bill.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, and folks came by, and you guys were just handing these bags out for, and that morning, I'm guessing, not only just, you had a little bit of a crowd there, but downtown was just alive.
It was alive. We had Santa on at the Mayor's Park. I keep wanting to say on the square because he's been on the square for so many years, but he was at the Mayor's Park this year. Mm-hmm. And then we had trolley rides. We had ornament decorating. You can go to our Facebook and Bardstown Main Street's Facebook and look at all the pictures and look at all the sponsors that helped us put this together, because this is an event that we partner with Main Street on. Mm-hmm. But it was just a magical day. I think what we love about this is that we allow families to make memories in their hometown. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, they're supporting those small businesses that make us so unique. And you can get gifts for people that you can't get anywhere else. And you can there's still lots of time before Christmas to do some of that Christmas shopping. So we really encourage our community to shop at those locally owned businesses.
Absolutely, especially as it gets closer to the holidays, because you go on to big box stores online to order something, who knows if it's going to get here in time. But
you never know, but you can walk in and walk out today with that perfect gift.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So not only have you guys put this event on here, of course, to sort of, I guess, cap off the Christmas holiday shopping season as well, but here as we move through wintertime into next year, you've got all sorts of events to look forward to as well after the holidays.
Yes.
And one of those that I know is quite popular, I always see a whole lot of photos from, is your awards dinner.
Oh, yes. So our annual awards dinner, we sell out 300 tickets. excellence. And we're going to give 9 awards. Those nominations are still open, and you can go to our newsletter and click the link, and you can nominate a business. And we invite everybody to nominate.
Gotcha. So it's as simple as you said, finding the newsletter and making that nomination there. So what are some of those awards that you guys give out during that dinner?
Oh, that is a good question. I'm going to pull this up if you just give me 1 second.
Of course, yeah. Take your time there, because you want to get it right.
I want to get it right because this is very important. So we have
just a few different awards.
9 awards. Emerging Business of the Year. So that recognizes a company 5 years or less. Emerging Leader of the Year. So that is like more of a professional award. And then we have Young Entrepreneur, that is ages 15 to 25 who own a business. Excellence in Education, that can be an educator, that can be a business. Nonprofit of the Year, Small Business of the Year, Large Business of the Year. We have our Chamber Ambassador of the Year, and then Lifetime Achievement.
So all of those different awards, and I'm assuming that the nomination, where folks can make the nomination, maybe speaks more to some of those awards and, who or why you should nominate whoever for those.
Yeah, there's descriptions. And so, we love giving awards. I especially love that Young Entrepreneur Award. So last year, Tate Hill received that award. The year before that was Taste Treats. And then we've had Benjamin's Ice Cream that's received that award. We also had LG Dumpsters. And I think that I love that award because every single one of those businesses continued to be a member of the chamber. They continued to be involved, and we've really seen their businesses grow over time.
Right. With those, again, it's called Young Entrepreneurs, and it's, young people running businesses.
Yeah,
and
15 to 25 years old.
That award there is just like another sort of huge gesture of the chamber and of the business community around here, like opening their arms to them, being like, not only are you like welcome here, we see what you're doing, we love it. And that's really what these awards are about, is for everybody here to, at times businesses, there's a little bit of competition in there. But it's important to, help one another, especially when we're in a community like we are here.
It's important to recognize one another. It's so hard for us. I'm going to tell you, though. Every year I cringe a little bit because I see the nominations and I kind of go, everybody deserves it.
Right.
And I hate that just one person gets picked, because I think we should recognize businesses all year. But there's always got to be one winner, and it's really important to that winner to celebrate. And so, it's just a hard pick.
I would imagine so. I'd imagine so. Not only do you have the awards dinner coming up, but also, because you guys can't cover just one of the important meals of the day, but you've got another sort of celebratory event, the Women's Breakfast, as I understand.
That's right. That's going to come up. We're looking at a date in March, and that is just celebrating just all of our professional women in our community. This will be our 3rd year. The last 2 years, we've had around 100 women that attend that event, and so it's been very, very popular, and so we're bringing it back, and we're working on a different location this year. We're hoping to partner with Bespoke and Bond, and of course, On the Rocks bartending. She helped create this event for us, and so as a board member, and so she has been just a great help. She just started catering.
Really?
And she catered our ambassador lunch. She did a fantastic job, and we have lots of fantastic caterers in the chamber. So if you're looking to plan an event and you need catering, you can go to our website and look for those wonderful people. But yeah, we really appreciate her help.
And you'd mentioned, sorry, I asked this again. When will this breakfast be?
We're looking at the date March 13th, but that is that's a tentative date currently. But we're really excited to bring this back.
And so, where is it that folks could best stay up to date if they're interested and want to know when and where?
Yeah, if you go to our website and you go to our newsletter page, you can sign up for our newsletter. We do post them on our website as well, but that is everything that's going on in the chamber. It also, you can find it on Facebook, but everything's in that newsletter. We have 2 newsletters, one that goes out the first of the month that is all chamber events, and then one that goes out on the 15th of the month, and that is all chamber member events. And so our members can actually post their events and advertisements in that for free if they're a chamber member.
And all that information available on your website. What is that web address again?
It's website. It's web address. It's bardstownchamber.com.
Gotcha, bardstown-chamber.com. And just as simple as Bardstown-Nelson County Chamber of Commerce there on Facebook, too. With those events coming up, you had also spoken to me a little bit before we went on here about another wonderful event for the youth coming up here into the new year.
Oh, is this not your favorite event?
What do you mean not my favorite event? It's certainly one of my favorite events, that's for sure.
Yeah, the National Civics Bee, and you have graciously been our MC for the last couple of years.
It's been a lot of fun. Not only has it been at familiar territory there at Thomas Nelson High School's auditorium, but not only that, it is such an honor to see the talent of the intelligence of the youth that we have in the area.
And really, people don't realize this. Anybody's welcome to come watch that live event. So we actually, I'm really excited to talk about this because the National Civics Bee is through the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. And they piloted this program 4 years ago, and they needed some chambers that said, we'll get on board to do this. And so we helped pilot it. So we applied for the grant to pilot it. And we were chosen. 6 chambers in the state of Kentucky were chosen. We were one of them. And it just felt like an honor that they entrusted us to see how this was going to work out. And it was very successful. The first year it was a little hard because we didn't know what we were doing. But this year, it's like we know this territory. So it targets middle schoolers that just their civic knowledge. We work with the schools. We get middle schoolers to write an essay about what our community needs. And then from there, it goes into this portal. There's judges from all over the United States that will judge these essays. They will pick the top 20 essays that they feel like just really talk about legislation, talk about how we can make change in our community. And then we invite them to a live event. They all get a tablet for showing up, so everybody at least gets to win something. And then we give cash prizes. So they go through a series of questions, which you read the questions, and they're very, very difficult. Do you know the answers when you're reading them?
For several of them, I'm very glad I've got the answer to right there in front of me.
I'm telling you.
Which blows my mind at the scores that these students get.
Oh, yeah, they're getting them right. And I'm like, oh my goodness. But so they answer the questions, and then the top 5 students get to present on their essay, and then there's live judges that pick the top 3 winners. Those winners go to the state competition, which is at the Kentucky State Fair. And then there's cash prizes for those winners. The winner of Kentucky goes to Washington, D.C. And competes. And we give a $500 prize. The state gives a $1,000 prize. But the U.S. Chamber gives $150,000 in scholarship money.
Wow.
And you want to know who their MC is? This is who we're comparing you to. It was Mario Lopez this year.
Wow. Okay. Incredible.
So I don't think he has anything on Ryan Hack that MC's ours, but that's who they had to MC theirs. So it was pretty cool.
So the Civics Bee, again, started by the U.S. Chamber, and this is something, it's a circuit all throughout the country where middle school students, this is grades 6 to 8, they are able to enter through their school a essay into this contest talking about local community relevant issues, trying to encourage them to be civic minded, and then during the competition, their knowledge of, government and stuff like that is tested by those questions. They're judged on those essays, and they have to present on those as well.
The
presentations are remarkable in this, too.
Yeah. I think one of our winners last year, I can't remember if she was second or third place, but I think she had a compelling argument, talking about animal abuse. And, there's maybe creating a registry through legislation for people who have abused animals so that adoption,
agencies
would be able to tell. And I thought she really did her research on how elected officials could help, get this off the ground. And that's what it's about. It's about taking a problem, solving it, and using, the influence that we have with our elected officials to solve this problem. And these middle schoolers, they figure it out.
Yeah, no, which is remarkable stuff. And so students here in the area are able to participate in the initial sort of round of essay contest there by entering an essay, which would be a good exercise in, their awareness and, encouraging a student like that. But then also, if they have the chance to move on to the competition, it's another great opportunity.
It is. And you don't have to do it through your school. So schools are encouraging their students to do it. But if you are homeschooled or maybe your school is not promoting it, you can still go to our website and find a link to the portal and submit your essay if you're in 6th to 8th grade. And we're a regional. So we are taking applications from Bullitt County, Nelson County, Jefferson County, I think even Oldham County. There's a map on our website of who's in our area. And so last year, we actually didn't have any Nelson County winners. They were from LaRue and I think Franklin. So I want some Nelson County winners this year.
Yeah, you gotta represent there.
I want some Nelson County winners.
So if parents, grandparents might be listening, because, I think looking at the calendar here, the kids should be in school right now. Parents or grandparents are listening and they think that they might want to encourage their child, or the child might be interested in this. They can find information on your website, and there it'll tell them, if they're in the area that qualifies, as well as, all those details to get involved with this, which, again, that Civics Bee we have here in the county is coming up, and you just mentioned this to me, March.
So we're looking at maybe around March 28th. So we are still pinpointing some of these dates in the new year, but that is our tentative date, and so we're hoping that's going to be the day of the live competition. So those top 20 students will get a tablet, they'll get to come do a live competition, and we do audience participation.
Yes.
So if parents think that they can beat the kids or their students at these questions, they get to also take the quiz. And we do give a parent award, adult award.
And it's incredible each year how it seems like you quickly realize through the audience that they should have studied for this. They should have
studied. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I want to pivot here some from, away from these wonderful events that we've got going on in the new year here to something that, as I understand it, that members of the chamber and folks in our community could start taking advantage of very soon as well in regard to some healthcare benefits.
Yeah, they can actually they can use them right now.
Gotcha.
Through the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, they have the Advantage Anthem plan. We have many people who are members of our chamber that help write that plan. Of course, you have to go through an insurance agent to do that. But as long as you're a member of the chamber, it is an option, and you can call us or email us, and we will give you a list of those insurance places that will be able to write that plan for you. We also have Clear Path workers' comp. And so if you need workers' comp insurance, that's also an option. And we can also refer some insurance companies that write that plan. And then we just started this year a partnership with Blue Mind Health. And we are only one of 3 chambers in Kentucky that have this partnership with Blue Mind. How it works is it's not insurance, but it is a physician, it's like a doctor's office. It's like, I like to think of it this way. If you have a gym membership, you pay that membership and you get to go to the gym whenever you want. So Blue Mine is located right across from Strike a Bargain. I know a lot of people know where Strike a Bargain's at.
Right, of course.
They're located right there, and you pay a monthly fee. They don't bill your insurance, so you can have insurance. You can have a high deductible plan. It does not affect that plan. Or if, I hate to say it, but there's still people out there that don't have any health insurance, and so this is a primary coverage. So you can go as often as you need to this primary office, health office, and then they do basic blood work. This is flu and cold season, so if you need a strep test or a COVID test or a flu test, they can do that there. They can write prescriptions. They can do anything that you would do at your primary care physician's office. And it's only $72 a month for a family plan.
Wow.
So if you have a high deductible or if you're struggling with insurance right now, as long as you work for a business that is a member of the chamber, you can come to us directly. You don't have to be the one that's paying the chamber membership. You just have to work for the business that is a member.
Gotcha. And so how can folks who could potentially qualify find more information on that or get in contact about that?
They just need to contact the chamber. They can contact us at chamber@bardstownchamber.com. Just email us and we will get you set up. It's a very quick process. Sometimes we just have like a little short 30-minute meeting with you to get all the paperwork done. We bill you directly, and then we pay that to Blue Mine. We update their census every month so that they know who has the benefit of going. And a lot of our chamber members who have insurance plans also offer this to their employees. So Heaven Hill, the county fiscal court government, the city of Bardstown, there's a lot of entities that utilize the same office for their employees. And it's a great option, especially for small businesses or for our chamber businesses that cannot offer health benefits. Mm-hmm. Now they can. Through us. Yeah,
absolutely. Which, again, the power of, working together here as a community with the different sorts of businesses we have, thankfully, are able to have here in Bardstown and Nelson County. As we kind of run up against the clock here, I didn't know if we want to make a quick recap of some of the events that folks can look forward to here coming up in the next year.
Yeah, so we have an exciting year. Of course, we have the annual awards center, and we talked about the women's breakfast and the civics bee. We are going to host 2 luncheons this year. We've not hosted a luncheon in probably 6-7 years, but we're going to have 2 community forum luncheons. They will be, just a way to connect to the community and find out what's going on. We have a new Teach to Lead program that's going to happen over the summer. So if you're an educator and you want to be a part of a leadership program, we're going to offer that now. Of course, we have our monthly Connects. WBRT always hosts one of those, so I'm hoping you all are going to be hosting one next year. Mm-hmm. But we have lots of events coming up. And, we're known for our events and our community events, but things like we just talked about with Blue Mine Health and those partnerships, we do a lot of advocating for our community, and we do a lot of, thinking about holistically the well-being of our business community. So when people are paying their chamber membership, we just want them to know that they're not just paying to show up to events, they're also paying to have someone that is advocating for the overall community and climate of our businesses.
Yeah, they're paying in to support your all's mission, which is keeping this business community connected in the way that it's been working so well.
For 102 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, for years, but I think that undersells just how long this mission has been going on.
102 years. Yeah, and we're a nonprofit organization, so we're not funded by city or county government. They do graciously sponsor things from time to time, and they're great supporters of the chamber, and we couldn't do it without them. But we are a nonprofit organization, so it's our members and our sponsors that keep us running. We're a small office, but we really are here to advocate.
Mm-hmm. And so on that note, I guess with folks, if they're wanting to stay up to date on what you guys have got going on, what's the best way for them to do that?
sign up for that newsletter.
Yeah.
Everything's in that newsletter. We have a great team. So Elliot and Tania work hard at getting information from our members. Tania puts that newsletter together twice a month. And we make sure that we get everything in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Well, and with that, I suppose we'll talk to you again there into the new year.
Yeah.
Here as we try and make it through the rest of
and
this
maybe we'll
year.
still do chamber chat, or maybe we'll come up with a new name. If you have an idea for a new name, or if anybody has an idea for a name, we're going to be on the radio with you all once a month and maybe bring some members and talk about some stories. So, if you got something better than chamber chat, we're open.
Of course. Yeah. Feel free to put those suggestions into our, our magic text line, or you can call in at 348-2222. Thanks for listening, of course, here to WBRT. And as always, thank you, Lisa, for stopping in here today. Coming up here in a little while, we'll have some news at noon. And then we could be hearing from the fine folks from our Nelson County Cooperative Extension Office here in just a little bit. All right here on WBRT.